Alrighty, tomorrow is here. Took mere seconds for me, took a whole day for you. So we're gonna keep walking down this way, kind of update some stuff. Remember that little bottle we found? It was pretty cool. We got a couple pieces of uranium glass and this thing and that Christmas Coca-Cola bottle that's broken. There's the bottom, but I just want to see what's on it. Oh, it's pretty clear. I mean, nothing really on it. There's that thing again, that arch, that archway with the A in the middle. Yeah, like I said, I don't know what that means yet. I try and go home, I try and look up stuff, I research things, I try and educate myself on what some of the stuff is. It's cool learning about history, you know. Like I find a lot of Vicks bottles out here too, and it's interesting because, you know, here we are 2020 dealing with dealing with what we're dealing with, I'll put it that way. Because honestly, as a citizen of the United States, just some commoner, I don't know. I don't know the truth of anything. You kidding me? I don't know nothing. But anyway, back in the 1920s, they were dealing with a similar situation. I mean, people were social distancing, people were wearing masks. I think it was the Spanish flu or something maybe. But Vicks vapor rub stuff was known for somehow helping, like in a major way. Like I think a good part of the world attributed Vicks vapor rub to helping with the Spanish flu, you know, so that people trusted it so much that that's kind of how it became a staple in our lives now. But I find a lot of Vicks bottles out here. I found more Vicks bottles out here than I find anything else really. Different shapes and sizes too. Some of them I don't think had like a, you know, like a petroleum jelly sort of kind of product on the inside. It was like I found these other ones that like these short little bottles with like a neck, like a smaller neck, and I found glass droppers inside of them. So it had to be something that was more of a liquid, you know. See, this would be another spot where you do some bottles under there, but that's like, that water's a foot or two deep right there, and it's all kinds of leaves in the bottom. I don't plan on getting that wet, you know. No, it's a little milk glass jar I'm gonna get. Oh, it's broken. Whatever. Yeah, I'm sinking. Well, the dirt right there is all real super soft. So looking out this way, I mean, some of the stuff like with these bottles under the water, especially close to being able, where sunlight can get to them, it'll make them dark and they'll look like rocks. So you have to almost look more for shapes more than anything. Like an example, that right there looks like a bottle shape. You see that? But it's like, I promise you that's a rock. But that's what they'll look like. That would be a bottle set right there. So that's what you're looking for. You're looking for shapes of bottles. So I look for greens, I look for blue, I look for white, I look for bottle shapes. I try and look for marbles sometimes. I found 2 marbles out here. And they weren't anything special. One was like a white and blue swirl, and then one was like an orange and blue swirl. Kind of greenish glass. That's probably part of a Coca-Cola bottle or something. That is part of olive oil bottle, I think. Because I have another bottle that's like this that has that exact embossing on it, and I think it's an olive oil bottle. It's cool though, I like it. A bright piece of green. I like greens. Greens really catch my eye. They make me feel good. I think there's some psychology behind that too. That you feel peaceful looking at greens, and that's why it's good to be out in nature. Let the sun hit your skin, let your eyes see the colors. Let your smell the wood, the smell of cedar and pine and You know, all that stuff just smells so good. I've talked to somebody I once knew that did a lot of barefoot running, and he talked about, you know, getting some kind of spiritual contact with the earth, with having his feet actually touch the dirt, that there's an exchange that goes on. And just recently I was explaining that to somebody, and they told me something about that. You know, I haven't researched any of this, so I don't know. I'm just talking. But supposedly being out in the woods, it may be a specific type of tree that you got to be around or something, but there's an exchange that goes on when you exhale your carbon dioxide and the tree's breathing in your carbon dioxide and exhaling oxygen. It actually knows you're there and will release sap, like a mist of sap that can land on your skin like an oil that can come down from the tree and get on your skin and actually makes you feel good. And the tree knows it's doing it. That's interesting. I think I might keep that just because I like how kind of round it is. I'm weird like that. I keep stuff. Be one of the things I add to one of my weird tables I make at some point. What is that? Why is that all coiled up like that? Huh. And that came out of the dump. You can see how that rust blob thing is on there. That's part of those rust things it was in. Oh, that's wild. I wonder if it's just like a band of copper wire or something. That's what it looks like. It's just like a roll of copper. I am keeping that because that was something somebody had like in their junk drawer or toolbox or some crap, you know. And that's probably freaking 100 years old, you know. Just something somebody had in their toolbox for some extra wire. It's broken. I know. I just want to see what it is. Nothing. Nothing special. Ooh, there's a bottle. It's full of water. Ooh, it's intact. Nice. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, it just says an N2 on the bottom. It is some kind of a screw top. I don't think that this one is that way, but there's a lot of these that are clear bottles that are old too, that they're, I think the clear glass has magnesium in it, and if it sits in the sun for a long time, they start to turn purple. And there's a way that you can accelerate the process too. That's I wouldn't recommend it. I've done some research on it, and it's dangerous what you're messing with. And you basically radiate the bottles, and they turn purple from being radiated. It's kind of a dangerous stuff that you have to screw with. And nope. So that's the one I threw up there already. I tossed it there. Put it that way. There's a bottom of something. No idea. Hey, there's milk glass. Well, let's look at this piece first, because it's got like an iridescent something to it. I don't think that's a patina from the fire. That's like something that was applied to the outside of the glass of some sort. Looks interesting though. Piece of milk glass that's melted and broken. You can tell milk glass because when you hold it up to the sun, see that orangish amber color coming through the glass? That's milk glass. Only milk glass does that. There we go. That is beautiful. You can see that perfect. Anyway, I'm not going to keep that. I'm going to put it up in the bank, let somebody else find it. But I'm going to put it over here. And then when I come out here next time, I'll see if that thing's still there. That'll kind of let me know if somebody else has been out here. Those rust blobs. You can see this is all catch areas of glass to be. You see, there's pieces of glass in here. And see, that's part of the problem with digging through leaves like this. I mean, you can't see anything. You come out here in the middle of summer, you know, none of these leaves are here, and you can just see everything plain as day. Broken piece of rock glass. There's more trash. Part of a pumpkin? Yeah, it's part of a pumpkin. I'm not going to take that. Some animal will eat that. There's part of a coal bottle, I think. I don't think that's... I don't know. I don't know. Is that a part of the Mountain Dew bottle? It sure is. Look at that. You can read it from here. Mountain Dew. It's probably a 60s bottle, I guess. I don't know. I honestly don't know a lot about Mountain Dew Company. Trash. Piece of glass under it. It's broken. Here's a piece of green glass. There's an X on the bottom. Part of another one of those pipes from the water treatment facility that was here. See, the water treatment facility didn't come to this side of the creek. The creek winds around the other side, and the pipes actually came in through that other side that goes north, put it that way, yeah. This creek runs south of town. Ew, look at that. That, my friends. That is some crazy dark glass. It's broken. Just want to see what's in the bottom. It's that Owens Glass Company logo, kind of. Yeah. There's a little piece of blue glass right beside it. I wouldn't call that cobalt glass. It's more of a sapphire. That was a thing back then too. When they made glass out of stuff back then, they made it out of a lot of weird things. Red glass, really old red glass. They used gold somehow in the manufacturing process of it. Cobalt glass, they used actual cobalt oxide. The green glass, the uranium glass, it's actually got uranium oxide in it. It's got a mild radioactiveness to it. It's a little higher than what's called normal background radiation. It's not dangerous. It's fine. You're around a lot more things that are way more dangerous than than that uranium glass. But like the blue glass, the sapphire glass, they actually used sapphires to make that glass. Just a broken bottle top. Some kind of electrical socket of some sort. That's funny, you can actually see my truck from right here. There's my truck up there, see the top of my toolbox. Interesting looking rock. That's the weird thing sometimes. I find rocks that are really unique, interesting looking formations too. And some of this stuff just looks like stuff that I've seen inside of caves. To the point to where, there's a possibility that this rock broke out inside of a cave somewhere and tumbled all the way out here. Which actually wouldn't be this place, because like I said, this isn't even a creek. This is a watershed. When it rains, all the water from the middle of town runs into this and it goes south, Nothing. Another part of a plate right there next to the rock. So it's good to turn around and look backwards sometimes, just because the sun, depending on the sun, like we're walking this way and we're getting the glare on the water, but if you turn around and go this way, you see stuff in a different light. The bottom is something big. One of those symbols. I need to figure out what that is. Seriously. A little brick right there. No idea with 2 letters, but let's see, which way do I want to go? This stuff right here, I honestly don't know what this stuff is. I find a lot of this stuff. It glows under blacklight like the uranium glass does, but it's more of a, I don't think it's milk glass, you know what I mean? Oh, yeah, look at that, it is. See, I can see the red coming through it. So maybe this is like a mixture of milk glass and uranium glass, you know what I mean? Maybe that's what that is. I keep it. It's part of those pipes from the water treatment facility. I think it's kind of out of wood or something. Or it was at some point. Oh, that's the, I think that's the top to a can. You know, it's like that's the lid to a can, and that would have been the sides coming down. I found a chamber pot out here once. Yeah, look up what that is. Obviously somebody decided to stop using it and took it out of the woods for target practice. It was full of holes, and I'm sure the holes were from a long time ago. Let's see if we can get over here. I would think this would be an area that when the water's rushing through here pretty good, this isn't, a lot of bottles don't get stuck here. This is all kind of almost flat bottom stuff. Alright, I gotta jump again, jump over to this rock. There's a modern soda can. See, that would be, like I said, there could be a bottle in there mixed into the rocks, and it would look the exact same as those rocks because it's all covered in some growth, you know. Whatever all that stuff is. I'm just saying, I don't know if that stuff's like moss or algae or what it is, but it takes sunlight to grow it, so I know that. We're going to go the rest of the way to this bridge and goof around underneath of the bridge for a little bit, and then that'll be the end of the video again for today. There's a milk glass jar. I Can't tell what's intact though. Oh. It does not appear to be. Ooh, it's bigger than I thought it was though. That's for sure. I have one that size of that exact same thing. And my bucket's floating. Don't know. Here, I see some big chunks of glass, but nothing intact though. What is that? Here's one of those brick balls that I was talking about. You know, the brick just tumbles in the creek long enough that it just rounds it off into a ball like that. I used to save a few of them, I don't really anymore. I'm seeing lots of little shards of stuff, but nothing that's big enough to have any letters or words on them or anything. Hoorah! This bridge is an old part of the old railroad. Used to come through here, and I don't know how much of this thing is original. I think these sides up here are newer stuff that they've built and put onto it. But some part of this bridge, this may not even be original, but there was a train bridge here, an old train bridge from the 1800s. And now it's part of the Katy Trail. For people outside of Missouri, the Katy Trail used to be part of the Katy Railroad, and I think it covers 3 states. And there's some glass. Yeah, it's broken. It covers 3 states. I think it's Kansas, Missouri, and Texas, or I don't know. Anyway, they did what they called a rail to trail program, where the railroad turned it over to like a parks and recreation kind of department that maintains it as a biking, jogging, running trail. But in the future, if it ever needs to be reclaimed for railroad usage, they would do so. I think we're far enough into the future that I don't know how that'll ever come to be a thing. I mean, I don't know, unless they get involved in doing some. See, even the train is like old roads. Like old Route 66 is a winding road that went, all over the place, to where, the highways that replaced it were straight shot highways. So, I mean, this is a winding railroad path. So honestly, in the future, if they ever need another railroad path, they would probably just make a new one. They wouldn't use this. It's too windy. It's not a straight shot of anything. I would actually like to go further, but it's deeper water. And honestly, I've never gone. You can kind of look a little further and see another patch where it gets more shallow. This is a couple feet deep through here. It gets more shallow down that way. I've honestly never been past that. I've been way further down the creek, and I found all tons of broken glass further down creek, but I can guarantee you there's some bottles over that way, but we're not going to be able to get to there today. So I guess that's it. Didn't really find nothing too special. See you later. Bye.